Okay, hi, I'm Courtney, and this is going to be like an intro to Peloton, just kind of the basics. Maybe you're thinking about getting one, or maybe you have one on the way and you just want a bit more information. So that's what this video is going to be. So I have the bike, and I've had it for about 2.5 months now. I live in Scottsdale, Arizona, so Peloton has a showroom here, so I did do that before I got it. So I'll also tell you some things that I learned while I was there. I guess we'll start with that. You can look up on Peloton's website to see if there's a showroom near you, and then you can check out the bikes and the treadmills. You can test them out, ask any of your questions, get fitted for shoes, get fitted for the bike so you know the settings, and you can place your order there if you just want to do it through them. I have the bike, I got the mat, and my shoes are still clipped in here. I got the shoes. And I didn't even look into getting the bike plus, so I can't tell you anything about that. There's a side-by-side comparison on the Peloton website if you're interested. I just didn't think that the extra features on the bike plus were worth the extra money. You can also buy other accessories on the website to be delivered with your bike, like weights or headphones. There's a headphone jack up here, heart rate monitor that will connect to the bike, but I just didn't think any of that was necessary. And I already have weights, they're back here, and I'll show you where those go. Also got this. This was actually a free gift. So it actually happened, I don't know if this always happens, but it got here the same day that my Peloton got here. It was just a little package, mostly just with kind of like promotional stuff for Peloton, but then you scanned one of those square codes like with your phone, and it brought you to a selection of free merch. So there were some other, this is actually the men's long sleeve t-shirt. There were short sleeves, pretty sure there was like a hat, I think a water bottle. So you just got to pick one of those for getting Peloton. So I got this shirt. And so I ordered it, and they told me when the delivery was going to be, and it was exactly 2 weeks later, and it got here exactly on time. So I know some people worry about that. Not to say that if you order it, it'll be right on time, but mine was. And they're probably still doing this because of COVID. They're delivering the bikes fully assembled, whereas I guess in the past they would just assemble it at your home. So they brought it in, this is hard floor, and at the showroom, they said the mat was more important for hard floor, but I probably would have still gotten it even if my floor was carpet. I just think, I don't know, it's probably a good idea, but also I rent this apartment, I don't own it. So when they delivered it, they brought the shoes as well and made sure they fit, and if they don't fit, you can keep them while they send you a new size so that you can still use your bike. They just set it up. There are a lot of settings on here to make sure it's not wobbling, so they made sure all of that was set. They would have helped, they would help you make an account, but I had already done that because once you order Peloton, you can start using the app right away. So I made the account right away, even though I didn't do any of the classes, but you can. They just made sure my login worked, and it just looked like everything was functioning, and then they left. It was actually really quick. And then the financing. So I didn't do that, I just paid for it. But there are a couple of financing options. I think it's like 12, 24, and 36, but I can't remember. I did look into it. So they say that there's no interest, but actually if your credit score isn't high enough, then there will be interest. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna pay for it. So I did that. Oh, also, if you know anyone with a Peloton, get their code. Like, every single Peloton person has a code, and my coworker gave me hers, and then it was like $100 off. So it basically like paid for my shoes. So that was really nice. And then whoever gives it to you, like my coworker got money to, like, she could buy anything from Peloton if she wanted accessories or like merch, then she had $100 towards that. I think that's about it. So I'm going to show you the bike itself, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like on the actual screen, because if you can't go to a showroom, you know, not everyone lives near a showroom, then you kind of don't know what you're getting with the app. So, and I'm sure you know this, but you can get the app and get a different at-home workout bike. So if you don't want to pay this much, there are cheaper bikes. One of my friends does that. Okay, to give you some context, I'm 5'4", so this is almost as tall as me. So it's, if you're like don't have that much space in your apartment or your house, like it's a little bit big. So I was talking about the settings on the bike that they'll help you with if you can go to the showroom. So the handlebars and the screen all together goes up and down. The screen on the bike doesn't turn. That is, in my opinion, the best thing about the Bike Plus. This screen will turn on the Bike Plus. So if you want to do the strength training or stretching or yoga workouts, the screen on the Bike Plus will turn. But yeah, this whole thing moves up and down. The seat moves up and down, and then it also moves forward and back. So at the showroom, they put it where it should be, and then they wrote down there's letters and numbers on here, so they write down your settings. But I used to go to Cycle Bar, so this is how they explained it to me when I first started at Cycle Bar. That this should be at your hip. So mine's maybe a little high, but I like it. And then the distance from the seat to the handlebars should be elbow to your fingertips. So it's a little bit like my seat's all the way forward, and so it's a little far apart for me because I'm 5'4". And then I think my handlebars are also a little bit high based on what they told me at Cycle Bar, because I think it's basically supposed to be like in line with the seat, but my handlebars are a little bit high. You don't have to get shoes from Peloton, actually. You can get shoes from another company. The only thing is, I don't think you can see. Here, these are cycling shoes. This is to Velcro, and then this goes like that. These are actually a little bit different than what they were like at the showroom. I don't know if the showroom had older shoes, but I actually kind of liked those ones better. But so this is what actually clips into the bike. So there are a few different clips for like all cycling bikes. So all you have to do is make sure that whatever shoes you get, whatever clips you get, match the bike if you don't want to buy the Peloton shoes, but it seems to me that basically all cycling shoes are about the same price, so it was just the most convenient to get these. And then there are 2 water bottle holders. Like I said earlier, there's a headphone jack, the volume's here. This is the resistance, so it makes it easier or harder to pedal, and then it's also like a quick stop. If you just like push down on it, the bike stops spinning. Then there's holders back here for weights, so I'll show you. These are my own weights, obviously, because they don't match Peloton, but they fit like this. So you can reach them while you're riding. And then the mat is a little bit bigger than the bike. I think that's all I wanted to show you for the bike itself. So now we can look at what it looks like on the screen. I'm just going to show you what it looks like on the screen. I might show you the phone app, but it really is almost identical, just, you know, a smaller version. So this is what the home screen looks like. It has your week, your instructors, the ones that I take the most often, your daily picks, so it's based on the kinds of rides I take and the instructors that I normally take. It will suggest classes. I don't actually know what featured classes is, but you have most popular here. Just lots of suggestions. The challenges down here. I think I'm signed up for one of them. Oh, that's a good one. Ride 50 plus miles in July. That's a good one. So nothing happens with the challenges. It's just, if that helps you stay motivated, that's just what that's for. So this is kind of my profile. Anyone can see this, like my friends or whatever. This is the whole month. It doesn't look very good. I went on vacation. Snapshot of the past 30 days, all of the workouts that I've done. You have to update it sometimes. It just takes a few minutes. Calendar looks great. Workout history. This is nice. You can see everything I've done with the dates, and then, oh, that one won't have any. And then if you click on them, you get some stats, if that's important to you. Achievements. So, okay, see. Just achievements like that kind of stuff. Activity. So it's based on like output, distance. There's a lot on here. So you can save songs if you're on a ride. I'll show you. We'll start a ride and show you everything that comes up. But if you hear a song and you're like, oh my God, I want to like add that to my playlist, like my personal playlist later, then you can save it here. You can schedule your workouts. There's programs. So these are like, the classes are already picked out and it suggests, you know, doing 4 classes a week or 5 classes a week or something. So if you want a little more structure, you can do one of these. I've never done one. You probably use the classes a lot. So these are all the classes, see, all, but then you can narrow it down based on the type, instructor, length, genre. So if we go cycling, there's so many. The only thing is there's no search feature. So if you know that there's, for example, I know that there's a Greatest Showman ride. You can't just search Greatest Showman. You need to know who the instructor is at least. And knowing the date is really helpful too. Otherwise you'll be scrolling for a while. You can also choose weights or no weights. I think I've only done one cycling class with weights. So let's just click on, here I'll show you different class types. So you can do warm up, cool down, you guys can read. So I do a lot of warm up and cool downs, recovery rides, low impact rides, and then just regular ones. So when you click on it, it comes up like this. I love this feature, shows you the music, but you can click view playlist and actually see the songs. So I really like that. Because I like when I know the music. You can save it or add it to your stack. So your stack means, it's basically like if you put music, if you're like listening to Spotify and you put the songs in the queue to just keep playing one after another. So that's what the stack does. So you could put a warm up and then a 20-minute class, and then a cool down, and then a stretch, and then they'll just play right in a row so that you don't have to keep going back and searching for them. Let's start it. So yeah, you could connect the heart rate monitor. Oops, but I do not have one. So you can see this top bar here shows you kind of how far along in the class you are and how much time is left. And then you have your cadence, which is your RPM, output, which is kind of a combination of like how hard you're working and your height and weight and age and things like that. Resistance is controlled by this, making it harder or easier. Speed, distance, total output, calories. This is the leaderboard, so that's based on your output. So basically if you're working harder than everyone else, you'll show up on here. I normally end up in the middle. You can make this go away, and that's what I do because I don't really care. And then I was telling you, you could save songs that you like. So the songs pop up like right in this area. Every time a new song starts, it'll pop up there. And you can just click the heart and then it'll save it. Oh, I did want to show you one more thing. That was, for me, one of the reasons that I was interested in Peloton. So you'll come down here to, it says more. This Just Ride feature, the Just Ride feature will just, the guy at the showroom said it just shows like a blank screen with this Peloton logo. And then it will record all those stats that I showed you at the bottom. And you could just listen to your own music or podcasts. That's what I do. But I don't use the Just Ride feature. I use the Scenic Ride feature, which is this. The scenic rides do play music, but yeah, I normally listen to my own music or podcasts. So this guided ride is newer. So the instructors are actually like talking you through the ride. I have not done those. Distance, so as you can see, 10K, 10K, 5K. And then time, all of the classes and scenic rides will show a little check when you've done them. So these ones, Italy, Montana, Zion. There's more. There's a view all feature. So there are more than just what's on this screen. Oh, I told you about saved workouts, but let me like really show you. So if you come back to classes, up here, these are all my saved workouts, and then again, there's the check mark when I've done them. So yeah, these are some of the instructors that I like. Cody's really funny. I do a lot of the same instructors. So yeah, if you want specific class suggestions or instructor suggestions, or just have any other questions, you can just leave them in the comments below. And I hope this was helpful, and thank you for watching.